Hey guys, so today we're working on the Mercedes ML320 and we're doing the the valve covers on these ones because they are leaking oil. And first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna blow out all the dust, loose dirt and stuff that are lingering on these like crevices, like this space right here, so that when we remove the cover, it doesn't fall into the engine. So let's do it. All right, now I need to like kind of blow out all the dirt from this. There's so much dirt here. All right, let's do on this side too. So today we're replacing the valve gasket on this Mercedes ML320. So as I was trying to get this air intake hose out of the way, I noticed that after all the clips has been unclipped, it's hard to take that out. So one of the things that was holding it was this pipe that's connected to the breather valve of the other side of the valve cover. So after you loosen up this hose, this air intake will be a lot more easier to take out. Taking out this air intake hose will free up you a lot more space to work on the valve cover on the other side. And check out how dirty this pipe looks. This also needs a replacement. So once we have the air intake out of the way, we can move on to this side and have more room to work on the valve cover gasket on this side. Now I believe we can just lift off the valve cover very easily. It's not bad, it's really clean, like the engine's been really taken care of, so. And now we remove the gasket. There is some dirt on the outside, so I'm gonna clean it as carefully as I can so not to bring in any more dirt into the engine. So dirty. First, we're gonna clean up all of this RTV, and then we're gonna clean up the inside as well. Taking off the RTV over here as well. Look at all these RTVs. Now it's time to remove the other valve cover so that we can replace that valve gasket on it. And this side looks even more dirtier than the other side because I think this side was the one that was leaking oil from the valve cover. So yeah, so let's try to remove it and we'll see what happens. Alright, once we have all the bolts out, what's left holding it down is this hose that is connected to the breather valve. So let's try to remove this hose first, and that will free up a lot of room. But it's not budging. Oh, there it is. Alright, many people tell you that you need to remove the fuel line in order to remove the valve cover, but I find that you don't really need to. It's just easier if you have it out, but that itself is gonna be really hard because you're gonna have lots of fuel coming out. So let's try it, remove it without removing that fuel line. And there we have it. We have our valve cover out. And let's check out the damage. It looks pretty clean. Then there's this gasket here. The gasket is still here, so let's take this out. And we have the gasket out, and then we are going to replace some of the breather valve hoses, as well as clean up the valve seating where the gasket goes. So I'll be back. The breather valve is all clean and the groove is all clean now and it's dry, so now we're ready to put on the RTV for the breather valve. All right, let's get to it. All right, after we have our RTVs, let's go ahead and put this back in here. Okay, now we put our screws in. Alright, let's check out the side and make sure that they're sticking. So I'm just gonna run my finger over it. Make sure the RTV is like closing in the gaps. Alright, I think this is good. Now we wait 1 hour for it to cure, and then 24 hours for it to be fully cured. So wipe out the excess on the top part where I touched it, and this one's ready to go. Then we have our other one, which is this one, and let's do the same. Alright, this is all done. Now put this back in. Check out the side. Wipe your finger over it, make sure they are really sealed it up. I mean, you don't have to do this, but I like to just run my finger over it just to make sure they're like covering every inch of that gap. Alright, we'll wait 1 hour and then we can install this back. Alright, while we're here, I was asked to change these one as well. These are spark plugs, right? So they're just really easy to replace. I'm not sure why my sister wants to change these, but well, she bought new ones, so let's go ahead and remove this and install it. It's pretty simple. Just plug it in, plug it out. And when you were changing these I'm not sure what you call these. This is like the wire, spark plug wire connectors. So make sure the longer one is on the top one and the shorter one is on the bottom. As you can see, there's a difference in length, just a little bit. So the longer one goes on the top, the shorter one goes on the bottom. Alright, so you can see this one's the longer one. Alright, another one down. More to go. Alright, I got all of them replaced with new ones. Now it's time to replace the spark plugs. These ones into the car. Alright, let's take out the spark plug. Alright, so looking at how these breather line goes, it's really worn out, so might as well replace them. Just holding on the bottom part. So now we have more access to change these breather lines. Okay, got one out. Let's take a look at which one. This one replaces. I think it's this one. Yep, it's this one. So I just plug this one back in on this one, and then over here is our longer one, which is this one, and then this one here. So we move this one out first. Okay, got these out. Okay, this one goes in here, and then gotta remove these two in order to get to the connection. These ones. Oh man, these are really hard. Guess this one's okay, so I don't really need to replace this one. So I'll unplug this one back out. Well, if it's not broken, don't fix it, right? So let's place that one back in, and now we can just replace this one with this one, like this. And then we can just plug this one, put the hose back in this way. This is our hose. We need to connect this one back into here. This one goes in here. Then the other one goes, oops, got my finger stuck in there. Just push them down. There it is, snuck in there. Alright, now we can put on our gasket. Okay, finally got the valve cover back on. The gasket keep coming off, so I just put some Vaseline into the groove, and then now it kind of sticks to the valve cover. Now I can now place this on here. Now the gasket is on. All I need to do is just tighten this thing down, and we're good to go. Alright, so after I put in the air intake filter and then plug back the MAP sensor, put back this thing, one last thing is left is the cover, so let's put this back on. And that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, and if you like, go to my merch shop and buy some t-shirts and hoodies to support the channels, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.